Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video documenting my journey to Legend. I've never hit Legend before and I'm hoping to do so for the first time this season. If that's something you think you're interested in, definitely consider subscribing. Before we get to the shoutcasting, I want to give a huge shout out to 3 people. A random person from 1,000 years ago, a sir who lags a lot, I'm sorry to hear that, man. And lastly, but definitely not least, a son of a biscuit 73. Thank you guys for the support on the channel, I really appreciate it. Also a small shout out to Simon Cardazzo. He hit veteran, I think 2 days ago. So congrats, dude. We're not there just yet, but I'm hoping to get there soon. We're facing the mirror. Muriel versus Muriel. Blue versus magenta, for anyone that gets that reference. Ice type in the front and 2 flyers in the back. And here I make a pretty nice catch. This could have gone 1 or 2 ways. They could have baited, which would have sucked, but they do throw the earthquake, which felt really good. I don't know if I discouraged them there. There was a bit of lag, and they still have lag here in the Trev matchup. But we throw just before their Shadow Ball, and I don't think they shield this up. This will be the last Ultra League Premier video, as it is switching today as of recording this video. But I did want to get this out because I went on a really good run with this team. All positive sets. This one is a 5-0 with some losses that I want to cover just to see what I could have done differently. Maybe you guys have some advice on those matchups. The team overall was pretty strong. I'm not sure what. Oh yeah. The glaring weakness is Ampharos and Tangrowth, which I think Simon was running on his team when he hit veteran. So yeah, those 2 Pokemon give this team a lot of trouble. Everything else is pretty maneuverable. You can work around it, and it did pretty well for me. After a while, I started hitting a lot of hard counters, and I tried switching up the teams, and it just didn't do too well for me. But we're currently sitting at 2174. When I ran this team, I was sitting at 2275. So we've tanked quite a bit since then, which kind of sucks. And I think once my opponent sees this move go through, I think they back out. But yeah, I'm looking to play the Holiday Cup. I don't have anything really built for the Ultra League, the Open Ultra League. But if you guys have any team suggestions that are strong for like the Open Ultra, or any teams that you think you might run for the Holiday Cup that maybe you found success in the past with, definitely drop it in the comments, because I would love to know what to run. Right now, all I know is people are raving about Vigoroth, and I think when Holiday Cup came around last, I think that's the Pokemon I was using. So here we swap into Gyarados, and it looks like Machamp doesn't, or Machamp, my opponent doesn't have a response to it other than their Machamp. And at this point I have 2 shields. So I'm like, okay, they don't have a response to a flyer. Hopefully that means that Dragonite will be strong against it. So I just come in with Dragonite to farm the rest of this thing down. I wait out my switch timer just in case they have a WALREIN. They do let me farm them down, and then they bring in Charizard and up a shield. I'm like, I got this. I can't screw this up. So I'm just hoping that they don't catch my move on whatever Pokemon they have in the back. And I think I shield up this one. Yeah, I shield this up, and then I'm counting, and I'm gonna make a catch. And I fail. I was like, oh my, like I know I survived this, but that was totally a misclick. I needed to hit the WALREIN to catch the move, which would have been much more clutch. Lucky for me, they have a Swampert in the back. And so I know an Earthquake and a Icicle Spear will KO this. And we're looking pretty good. Dragonite wins CMP over Charizard, which I didn't know. I think I found out in like one of the battles that I was playing. I CMP tied by accident, and I realized that I won. Which makes sense, right? Dragonite's a pseudo-legendary. Right? Yeah, pseudo-legendary. And I accidentally tie on the Icicle Spear, so I undercharge it. And I wait for them to throw a couple of mud shots, and then I powder snow them down, and then my switch timer came up, so I was able to swap out and take that game. So that was a pretty clutch matchup. We lost the lead, and we managed to come back because Gyarados broke their back line. And now we have a pretty standard matchup. I'd say it's maybe slightly in WALREIN's favor. I'm gonna build up to their Earthquake and hopefully catch an Earthquake, but we catch these hands instead. Oh man, that was such a clutch catch. Such a good, like my opponent's been waiting for that shit this entire Ultra League Premier. And I'm glad I was able to to be of service. That was so funny when I saw that. I wasn't upset. I was just like, wow, the madman was actually running Sludge Wave. Good on him, man. So we get a shield advantage, which is great. And I'm gonna bring back in WALREIN and not go for a full farm down, but definitely after I throw this Icicle Spear, I'm gonna try to farm down. Or I think, yeah. Oh no, they bait me, so that I can't farm them down, and so I throw a couple of more Icicle Spears. I was gonna throw, but then they ended up throwing the Dragon Claw. I was gonna throw one before their Blast Burn, which if they had CMP tied me with the Dragon Claw there, would have been incredibly smart. They bring back in Swampert, and I go straight for the Earthquake since they're down a shield. They don't shield it, which is great. And I'm gonna go immediately for the Icicle Spear, see what they want to do. And I believe this is their... Do they have another Pokemon? Oh, they do. Okay, so we have... Did I catch it again? No, thankfully they baited. I was so contemplating... Oh my god, and then they back out. I'm so sorry, man. I was contemplating shielding that, and I was like, no, you know what? I can tank it. But luckily they baited, so... That was great. We didn't get to see their Backmon, but whatever it was, must have been another catch. Come on, man. I felt like I was on fire this day. For some reason I sucked today, but that's all right. They're bringing Shadow WALREIN. I know I survived one Icicle Spear from this range. They don't throw, so they're still building up. I forget if they shield this move. They do. Cool. We do get the defense drop, which is beautiful, because now I'll have an easier time with my WALREIN. They throw the Icicle Spear. Barely doesn't KO, which sucks. We get a few more Dragon Breaths off, which is fine. And I can't have this seeing my Dragonite. So I think I come in and... Yeah, I immediately throw the Earthquake. Force them to make a decision. They decide to shield. And now... Is this the one where I call it? Oh my god, I call it. Look how I was on fire this day, man. Everybody has those good days. This was like one of mine. Now I know they're going to go for the Earthquake because I don't think they get to another move. And I need to watch for their catch. Because I would be pretty nasty. I farm over a little bit. I realize they're not going to... or hope they're not going to catch. And then I send the Earthquake. We take them out. They have the Swampert in the back. Do I go... Okay, no. I'm just going for Icicle Spears, I think. Was this the lead? I forget. I go for a catch. Either they waited to throw in between my Powder Snow, or I was just late to the swap. But now they're going straight Hydro Cannon, which is great for me because I can farm up a little. Let's see. I throw either one or two before their next Hydro Cannon, and I think I'm gonna make another catch. Oh no, okay, this takes him out. Yeah, and lucky for me, it was a Gyarados, and I still have a lot of energy on this thing. So I throw an Icicle Spear, and now I can come in with Gyarados, get off a Dragonite, get off a Dragon Claw, and take him out. So that was another pretty good game that we came back from. Catching all these moves, man. This team is pretty strong against Swampert. Here's a fighter lead. How do we handle this? I go straight into Gyarados. And what are they going to do? I don't think they built up to the Brave Bird, so I don't shield. And I suspect that they might try and catch. I think they might have. They come in with a Dragon Tail Gyarados. I want to build a Dragon Tail Gyarados, but I want it to be a Shadow. I feel like it does a lot better. They end up throwing. We get the defense fell, which is amazing. And yeah, they throw the Aqua Tail because at that point, that'll be more than enough. I come in. I think I farm up and I take a move. Or maybe I'm just going to farm down. Yeah. I think we're up a shield. Are we? No. No, we're not up a shield. Okay, but I do farm up and I full send the Earthquake if I remember correctly. I did these battles a few days ago. Yeah, we full send it once we see the fighting type. Because Icicle Spears don't do that much damage, but they shield it. At least now we're up a shield and we got Dragonite in the back. And now 2-to-1 shields, I think we're looking pretty good. I think I shield this. I learned today, because I let a Dragon Claw through, that in the 1 shields, or no, in the 2v2 shields, Charizard actually has a really good matchup. Because one of those Dragon Claws is going to go through, and you're going to be able to wing attack him down. Or wing attack the Dragonite down before they're able to take you down, which kind of sucks. So we farm up just before, or on the CMP, nice. on the CMP to the Dragon Claw. And then once Surf Fetch comes in, I think they don't have enough energy. Yeah, we throw it right away just to get the move off at least. And then I think that even if they manage to take us out, WALREIN could Powder Snow it down. Plus we still had some energy left, so yeah, there's the 5-0. That felt really, really good. I think once I claim these rewards, we climb up to... Okay, so this was before the 2275, but the highest we got this day was 2275. These are some of the matchups that I lost. So we face him a champ lead. I swap in the Gyarados. They bring in Lapras. I'm trying to throw on good timing, so I didn't throw immediately. I think I do a couple more and then throw. Yeah. Let's see. So they did have a pretty decent response. I'm wondering if it's going to be double ice. And I think here's where I made the mistake. They're going to shield to keep alignment. Yeah, and I probably should have shielded that Surf, gotten the move off anyway, and then it been 1-to-1 shield, but with alignment. They're going to come in, and I think they have enough energy for the Skull Bash, so I do need to respect it. They swap out, which threw me off, and I don't know what I mean, I think I should have chipped with WALREIN. No, that's so stupid. I should have stayed in with WALREIN and then just played out that matchup. Because at that point, yeah, Lapras couldn't do much with Dragonite. I already dropped my defense. Yeah, I totally should have stayed in with WALREIN. I think I panic swapped. I saw the normal typing, but I was like, oh, I need to switch. They swapped out. And I think that's something I need to work on, like my patience. And then there I made a mistake too. I had another chance to win. If I full sent the Earthquake, knowing that it did more damage, I wouldn't have CMP tied here. And we probably would have been able to farm them down. So yeah, lesson learned. Another pretty bad lead. We swap immediately in the Gyarados. I suspect that they might try and catch. And they do, sort of. But I held on to my energy, and now I have all this energy to throw against Charizard. And I'm going to throw before they get to their Dragon Claw. Which I think they were still a few away, but I just didn't want to let them build up that much. They come back in with the Fetch, and they're going to throw a Mega Horn. And I was pretty surprised that I survived. I don't know if that's because of the IVs. I mean, like, it's a pretty good Gyarados. But I for sure thought Mega Horn did more damage. Maybe it was when I would throw it against the Shadow version that I thought I saw more damage. Now I know they're going for the full Mega Horn because they're only getting to one move. And now it's Dragonite versus Swampert. So this is looking pretty good. I think we win this, unless I completely botched this. But I'm pretty sure this is one of the games that we came back from a bad lead. Why am I showcasing this now? Oh yeah, the disrespectful Earthquake. That was so funny. I think they knew that they had lost the match, and so you know, the disrespectful Sludge, and Dragonite manages to clutch that one. Okay, so I wasn't showing just losses, just difficult leads. So this is a pretty, I don't know if it's a neutral lead, but Excadrill is a clear core breaker to my team. And this was one of the only ones I saw, but it was still a really cool match. So I figured I'd include it. I am baiting, because I feel like I need to, and I don't think any Excadrill will want to call a bait. But I also think that it's just glassy enough that an Icicle Spear would do a sizable chunk. Am I gonna... Yeah, they swap out. And I build up a little more. I try to throw on proper timing. So I think I did four Icicle Spears. I'm gonna throw another one just to get this thing out of the way. And then I think the Excadrill is low enough, and these guys in the back are just bulky enough to survive one. And here's another core breaker. I saw quite a few Tangrowth. I sort of wish I had built one up, but I just didn't have enough time to test it. I throw just before they reach their next Rock Slide so that I at least get some damage off. But knowing that I probably only got to one move, I should have thrown the Superpower. Because it can't farm me down. It's double resisted. This thing would have a little less health on it, and I would have probably not have taken a move on Gyarados. Oh wait, I still don't. Okay. But yeah, we ended up clutching that game in the end, which is great. This is also a bit of a core breaker. Gyarados doesn't do the best against this, and I suspect that they are going to suspect that I'm going to try to catch. So I think I stay in for a minute. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so there's the catch. I think they do, yeah, they throw the double resisted leaf blade, which is great. And here comes in another core breaker. I don't think we win this one. But yeah, this was like one of the few Ampharos we ran into. Shadow one at that, so this one's much stronger against my team. Do I shield this up? I do. And I think I'm going to throw just before they reach their next move. See what they want to do. And I think they let this go. Yeah. Then I'm going to come right into Glade. They're going to launch Leaf Blade. I don't think they get to another one. Just barely, maybe. Maybe they were one away. And now it's a Swampert in the back. So now I need to send off these Aqua Tails. Whoops, sorry. And then I think Dragonite is going to be like the Pokemon I choose to come back in with. Because they can't Mud Shot me down. And yeah, we came back from what was a pretty unfavorable lead and pretty unfortunate safe swap. Yeah, I come in with Dragonite, I farm them, farm up to the Dragon Claw, and then I launch it, and that's all she wrote. So yeah, this team did really well for me. It was able to pivot from like some bad leads, some misplays like you clearly saw, and I had a lot of fun running it. I don't know if Premier will come back ever again, but if it does, I'll probably look to run this team and the Toxicroak team, which I ran today and also kept doing pretty good for me, aside from like a few misplays on my part. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm looking forward to playing the Holiday Cup, maybe an Ultra League Cup. If you guys have any teams that have been successful for you, please drop them down in the comments. I don't want to be spending a lot of dust, but if it's a good team, I'll build up some XLs. I have 0 XLs, 0 level 50 Pokemon, but maybe that might change. I'll see you in the next video. Peace!